Welcome to Positive Energy with Crystals. My name's Hillary. And before I start with the main video, I want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed. As the time that I'm recording this, the blue calcite video had just posted, and I said that I wanted to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year, and I did. And thank you to everybody that shared and subscribed, and it means a lot. I know occult websites don't get as many views as a lot of other channels, and then I'm a very niche area in the occult, just talking about crystals. So I know that I'm not going to get thousands and thousands of subscribers, but getting to 100 really meant a lot. So thank you to everybody that subscribed and shared, and I really appreciate you guys. So this is another video where it's fairly new, and what I do is I take fictional characters like movies, books, TV shows, stuff like that, and I say what crystals I would recommend for them. It kind of gives you an idea of, examples, instead of just, like my monthly videos where I have my crystal that I'm working with, and actually I'm not carrying this one, but labradorite is the crystal I'm carrying right now for December. I just realized today's December 13th. That's funny. Anyway, it's because it's Friday the 13th. So I'm carrying labradorite, and then I list the properties of it, and then I tell you my experiences with it. So I love doing those videos. I'm going to keep doing those videos. But this one it gives an example of like a person, kind of what they're going through, and examples of what they need. So I did the Grinch, and that one came out. Actually, I'm editing it right now. It's exporting. So while it's exporting, I decided to record this one. So it's coming out Christmas Eve, so December 24th. So if you haven't watched that one yet, watch that one. That one was so much fun, and I'm hoping this one is kind of the same way. So I choose the fictional characters from the books, cartoons, TV shows, movies, whatever, and I tell you what crystals I would recommend for those characters. I don't watch a lot of current shows and movies, so it's mostly it's older stuff, like Scooby-Doo and the Grinch. It's mostly cartoons. So I will try to recommend different crystals for each main character. And then if there's some that have similar intentions, I'll try to pick, I'm not going to say, like, black tourmaline, every character needs protection, so they should all carry black tourmaline. There's little differences in each character and what I think they need for protection. So I'm going to try to, I know in my last video, in the Grinch one, there were a couple crystals that I recommended for two different people. And in this one, I don't think I repeated any crystal. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Now remember, this is not medical advice. These are suggestions only. You should always follow your doctor's advice. Don't replace their recommendations and prescriptions with anything I say in these videos. Use crystals to supplement and help the medical professional's advice, not replace it. That's very important. So I haven't really said yet, but for this video we're doing Mysteries Inc. Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, Fred, Velma, Daphne, because I'm sort of a Scooby-Doo freak. If I didn't have all my Scooby stuff packed up, instead of adding pictures right here, I'd probably have my little action figures sit here on the counter, and I thought that would be kind of fun, but they're packed up in a tote in a trailer, so I can't do that in this video. But I will still add the picture, and I'm going to try to keep all the crystals over It's Tree of Life. So I can leave the picture of the character up here. Unlike how I did the Grinch, I kind of wasn't paying attention. I'm going to try to keep the crystals over here. That's the goal. All right, we're going to start with Shaggy and Scooby. Now, I'm doing them together because when I was trying to come up with their recommendations, everything was so similar for them. You know, they're always together. Their personalities are really the same, or very similar anyway. And so it was just easier to do them together. And honestly, they would have gotten, if I did them separately, it would have been very similar anyway. So, let's start with lapis lazuli. Now, I recommend that for them for communication. It helps you tap into your inner wisdom and trust yourself, trust your intuition, boosts your immune system. They always end up in some gross place or, weird things. So they need help with the immune system. And it's also good for good timing. And they get sent into a lot of situations that I think good timing would be good. They need help with clear communication, especially, Scooby-Doo's a talking dog. He needs help with clear communication. So, lapis lazuli is to start with. And then amethyst. And yeah, I sort of recommended my favorite crystal for my favorite characters because that's sometimes how things work. But also, amethyst is good for calming, helps with anxiety, and balances emotions. And it's a little bit of protection too. And I felt they needed lots of help. Calming and help with anxieties. Next, bloodstone. Bloodstone's kind of become one of my go-to for courage. Bloodstone's good for courage to stand up against those who try to intimidate you. It increases endurance and increases physical strength and protect against injury. And I feel they need lots of protection, lots of endurance help, lots of courage. So bloodstone. And for their protection also, now this is obsidian. This one is, if I can see how it's got a gold sheen to it? My small pieces of obsidian have gold sheen to it. Now, in my collection that is packed away, I've got some good obsidian. And when I was thinking of protection crystals for Scooby and Shaggy, my favorite protection crystal is black tourmaline. But for them, I felt that they needed more of a deep, intense protection crystal. And when I was unpacking that collection I bought, the regular obsidian, there was this sphere and a skull that just, they felt so like a deep protection. It's hard to explain, but I felt that they needed that deeper protection. So I'm recommending obsidian. Let's see. Lost my place in my notes. So obsidian also helps things run smoothly, defense against aggressive people, or if you're in a fight. Helps with confusing situations, which they end up in a lot. Protection against fear and anxiety. Also, or always know what to say, and it's grounding. So I thought those were all good things for Shaggy and Scooby. And then clear quartz. Clear quartz is just a good overall general crystal. And it can be programmed. If you don't have a crystal, clear quartz is a good substitution because you can program it to any intention that you need it to. Plus, it's good for focus. It's a universal healer. Helps with manifestation. It's an energy enhancer. Soothes and protects. And then program it to whatever else you need. So for Shaggy and Scooby, we're going with lapis lazuli, amethyst, bloodstone, obsidian, and clear quartz. All right. Next, let's go with Fred. Now, he's our leader of the group. So you'll see a lot of his crystals kind of go along with the leader intentions. So Amazonite helps you move beyond fear of confrontation or judgment. Don't want him focusing on what people will think of his plans for traps and stuff like that. You want him to focus on the plans. It brings order to chaos. It helps clear muddled thoughts. It's good luck. Ensures you don't lose the nerve. It helps with confidence. Stay motivated. Helps improvise and make on-the-spot decisions. And he needs that a lot as the leader, as the trap planner, all that. Next, he needs agate. It's grounding. Every leader needs help with grounding. It's supportive. It helps with confidence and concentration. And now I recommend the black tourmaline for Fred for protection. It helps absorb negativity, helps with anxiety. It's my favorite protection crystal ever. It can also help protect against stress, and it helps protect against accidents. But I felt that Fred needed the negativity pulled away from him a lot. Let's see. Chrysocolla. I only have these little tiny pieces of chrysocolla, so I don't know how well you're going to see them. And with this mic setup I have, you probably just heard my dog sigh really loud. Apparently she's bored with this. Let's see, Chrysocolla helps with public speaking. Gives you rock star levels of confidence. Banishes phobias and releases limiting beliefs. Turns dreams to reality and helps you adapt to change. And provides calming during stress. All of which I think Fred needs. And then last for Fred, we got peridot. Peridot helps with gut feelings, protection from outside influences, and boosts confidence. So you see, I had a lot of protection crystals for Fred too. So we've got Amazonite, agate, black tourmaline, chrysocolla, and peridot. Try to keep it on the right side. Alright, so there was Fred's. Try to keep them grouped up together. Now let's go on to Daphne. So Daphne is also known as danger-prone Daphne. She gets put into a lot of situations where she either ends up caught, stuck in a trap, falls down a hole that they didn't know about, stuff like that. So she also needs help, I think, with courage and confidence. So that's kind of what we're going to focus on for Daphne. So first of all, we're going to go with blue lace agate. Helps with confidence, helps with speaking your mind, trust, patience, protection, and manifestation. I think the trust, she really needs help with that, because when she falls down those holes or gets caught or gets stuck, she's got to trust that her friends will come save her. And sometimes she needs to speak her mind, and she definitely needs protection, and confidence. Alright, next is carnelian. I love this piece. This is the piece that I think looks like a ham. I got this from Bliss Crystals. It also helps with courage and protection, eases tension and stress, boosts energy, helps with self-esteem, is grounding, is motivation, good luck, protection from accidents, all of which poor Daphne needs. Next we go with labradorite. This is the one I'm working with in December as I'm recording this video. It helps with confidence to go on adventures, helps synchronicities line up in your favor, helps meet people and build harmonious relationships, helps it with transitions in a job, which she does that a lot. They pretty much all do. It's very calming. It is so calming. Spoiler alert, this crystal is so just calming and just chill. And it banishes fear, helps with intuition, and we've got some protection in this one too. Now for her main protection crystal, I went with smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is another one of my favorite protective crystals. It's protective and grounding. It's good for pain relief and protect against chaotic energy. And I thought that would be really good for her with all the situations she gets stuck in. Literally stuck in. Pink tourmaline. I chose this one mostly because it's supposed to help reduce falls. Helps with courage. Increases it helps with emotional support, releases worry, calms emotions during stress. I love pink tourmaline. So, for Daphne, we have a bunch of big ones. They don't really fit I have small hands. I'm going to use both hands. So we got blue lace agate, pink tourmaline, carnelian, labradorite, and smoky quartz. There, we can fit all that, sort of. Alright, all we have left is Velma. So Velma, as you know, is kind of the thinker of the group. She's the one that when they need like scientific information, historical information, she's sort of the brains that figures, you know, the information part. So Velma, we'll start with appetite. It helps with motivation, promotes independence. I felt that was good for Velma since Shaggy and Scooby get paired up all the time. Friend Daphne get paired up all the time. And Velma either goes with one of the other pairs or sometimes ends up with the guest that's on the show or even sometimes by herself. It increases personal power to achieve goals, improves concentration and memory, improves concentration and memory skills, making it great for studying. She is the more scholarly one of the group. Reduce irritability, good for communication, releases limiting beliefs. And Velma gets Bumblebee Jasper. Oops. Because I'm just going to sit here and hold this. You don't need to know why. You just look at it. It's pretty. It's awesome. I love Bumblebee Jasper. It's the happy crystal. Since she's sort of the third wheel in pairing off, I thought she would like this one. It also helps with courage, motivation, increases self-esteem, helps you achieve goals, and raises confidence. And makes me extremely happy. Alright, next, Jade. Now, Jade is one of the ones I kind of focused on protection for her. It's also a lucky charm. Helps with courage and shed the can't win, don't try attitude. Helps communication and understanding. It's calming. Releases irritation, harmony and cohesiveness in family and work. Strengthens relationships because she's not always paired up with the same people. I felt she needs the relationship strengthening part. This is such a pretty piece of jade. It's kind of lighter than some of my other jade. Plus it's an egg, so kind of, I don't know. It's a fun one. Okay, let's see. I'm back. This microphone picks up the furnace really loud, so I didn't want it. I found that out in the other videos I recorded. I didn't want that in there again, so I had to stop and take a break, which is okay because now the Grinch video is uploading to YouTube, so that'll be good. Alright, so next I was on Crazy Lace Agate, right? So Crazy Lace Agate boosts brain activity, and stimulates intellect, increases self-esteem, is supportive and encouraging, helps with decision-making skills, soothing and calming, and encourages concentration. And since she ends up doing a lot of the brain type stuff, I thought that was a good one for her. Also for Velma, we got selenite. Selenite is helpful for mental clarity. It's also a protective shield. It's calming, helps, I already said mental clarity. Clears confusion. She has a lot of information in her brain, and I felt that, you know, in a stressful situation, she needs a little help with organizing it and getting it out. So, for Velma, my little hand doesn't fit them all. We've got Bumblebee Jasper, Jade, Apatite, Crazy Lace Agate, and Selenite. Now, if you ask about Scrappy, I'm going to tell you I'm not giving crystals to Scrappy. I'm not doing him. That's that. This was a lot of fun. I think everybody got 5 crystals, so it was a little hard to come up with 5 for some of them, but it was also a lot of fun. This series, I really hope it does good, because it is so much fun to do. And it kind of gives you an example, you know, instead of just listing the properties, it gives you examples of you know, how to pick them for people, and or at least what I would recommend. And I don't know, I hope this does good, because it's a lot of fun. And I just realized that this is going to be the first video in 2025. I'm trying to get ahead so I don't miss any recording over the holidays. So starting off 2025 with a fun video like this, and Scooby-Doo, who is one of my favorite characters, it's just, I think it'll be a good start for 2025. So if you have any suggestions for anybody, put those in the comments. If you also have suggestions on fictional characters, like movies, cartoons, books, TV shows, and I'm not gonna, just because you suggest it doesn't mean I'm gonna do it, because I don't watch a lot. Most of the stuff I know is older stuff. I especially don't know most of the new stuff. So you can put suggestions. I don't know, I may have to ask for help once in a while, but put your suggestions and we'll see what happens. Also, if you have any questions about any of these crystals, put those in the questions, and I will see you next time.